August 3rd, 1956, at the 25th Street Gansevoort Incinerator in New York City, Dr. Willhelm Reich's friends and colleagues stand speechless, as over 6 tons of the scientist's books, journals, and papers are set to fire before their very eyes. Today, this event is frequently cited as one of the worst instances of censorship in U.S. history. Yet at the time, the monstrous act of government suppression didn't even make the papers. So what were in these documents? Were they the lunatic ramblings of a scientist gone mad? Or did they hold the secret designs of a device so revolutionary it could forever solve the holy grail of science? A breakthrough that promised a virtually endless flow of usable energy and the power to finally break free from one of the most dominant monopolies the world has ever known. When Dr. Reich died mysteriously in prison, 1 year after the burning, a decade after the Food and Drug Administration, you didn't read that wrong, the FDA launched a witch hunt to destroy his energy generation devices, and just 3 days before he was scheduled for a parole hearing, which may very well have set him free, it appeared as though this question would never be answered, and for over 5 decades, it wasn't. But now, for the first time, new evidence has surfaced about Dr. Willhelm Reich's most secret project, proving once and for all that generating self-sustaining energy, enough to power a home and simple enough to be made on your kitchen table, is as easy as a trip to your local hardware store. And in this brief presentation, that will without a doubt be censored as soon as the government gets wind of it, you will see in explicit details how you can use Dr. Willhelm Reich's banned invention to make enough endless energy to last you a lifetime, taking you off the grid, making you energy independent, and freeing you from the clutches of big electricity. This invention can work anywhere to power everything from small radios to big refrigerators, plasma TVs, or computers. It's perfect to use in any situation, especially in disaster situations when all the energy lines are down and you need electricity for preserving the food in the refrigerator and for cooking. It's so small that you can put it into your pocket, but it's so powerful that it can reduce your entire electricity bill by 80% instantly. But before we give you all the details and show you exactly how you can go about building one of these devices yourself, we need to set the record straight on Dr. Willhelm Reich once and for all, and explain exactly how he was able to build a device so reviled by the US government and big business alike that they may have killed to keep it from reaching the masses. We know that by sharing these secrets, we're putting ourselves in just as much danger as Dr. Reich did. But after half a century in darkness, the time has come to illuminate the world. The first thing to know is that Willhelm Reich, 1897 to 1957, always did things a little bit different. And perhaps that's because he grew up in a place in time where the laws of science were being rewritten on an almost daily basis. In 1903, when Willhelm Reich was 6 years old, the Wright brothers became the first humans ever to fly, accomplishing in just a few minutes what others had called impossible for more than 2,000 years. In 1905, Einstein's theory of special relativity shocked the world by showing that atomic energy could be easily created by humans. In 1907, Nernst's third law of thermodynamics suddenly changed our understanding of particles in motion. In 1911, Ons discovered superconductivity, making it possible to rapidly transfer energy with little to no resistance. So Willhelm Reich lived in an age where the impossible was constantly being shown to be possible. And this was especially true when it came to the laws of energy. Now, you should also understand that Dr. Reich was a man of extraordinary intellect. When he was still an undergraduate in college, he was hired by the famous psychoanalyst and neurologist, Dr. Sigmund Freud, to start treating patients. He was put in charge of one of the most prestigious medical clinics in all of Europe. In his 30s, he started studying how plants could be used to generate power. And in his 40s, Reich did experiments with Albert Einstein, shocking the world's most famous scientist with a revolutionary device that could generate unlimited energy, run for thousands of hours, and harness the incredible natural forces already present on Earth in order to power homes and cities for the rest of human history. Reich called his device Orgone Motor and experimented tirelessly in his laboratory, tweaking, tinkering, and perfecting the machine, working day and night to fulfill his dream, to make this genius invention applicable to all people. This motor was based off one revolutionary observation, but there's an energy force running through the Earth and all living things. And while at first, this may sound like something out of a New Age textbook, what he was really observing was the behavior of electromagnetic fields. Here's a basic outline of the motor. Essentially, it works by using magnetic forces to create a permanent state of imbalance between a rotor and a stator. continuously concentrating a flow of energy in the same direction as the motor rotates, allowing it to generate 10 times more power. But because he always approached science a little bit differently, he was able to accidentally discover a strange exception to the laws of electromagnetism, allowing for massive amounts of magnetic energy to be created without the need for a massive power source, using materials that are so basic you could drive into town right now and pick them up for less than $100 and build your own powerful machine in less than 24 hours, even if you're unsure how to use a hammer and a nail. Imagine this for a moment. With the same amount of power normally used to light one single bulb, you could comfortably keep 10 bulbs glowing at the same time without strain or extra cost. Critics of free energy saying it won't work. It violates the laws of physics. But these critics make a huge mistake, because they assume that if a motion can't be perpetual, then it must be short-lasting. To see why they're wrong, simply look at the planets. They're in almost perpetual motion, orbiting the sun, which is highly magnetic, for billions and billions of years. One day they'll stop, but we'll be long gone when that happens. You see, it's all about thinking differently. Dr. Reich first shared his device with Einstein in 1940 and worked tirelessly to improve both its efficiency and output over the next several years. In 1947, he presented his device to a select group of colleagues who were astounded to watch as he powered an electrical motor as if by magic. Now, by this point, Dr. Reich was already a very famous scientist, constantly referenced in the day's leading academic journals and prominently listed as one of America's top men of science. But when his Orgone energy motor was finally revealed to a select group of leading scholars, providing an incredibly simple way for every person in America and the world to create their unlimited energy for the rest of their lives with virtually zero maintenance and freeing them from the tyrannical clutches of the world's largest monopolies, it appeared as though Dr. Willhelm Reich was about to take his place as one of the most prominent inventors in history. Unfortunately, the sinister titans of the energy monopolies had different ideas, and a few years later, Dr. Willhelm Reich turned up dead, the product of a systematic and targeted persecution planned by the world's most powerful elite and carried out by the very government that was supposed to protect him. It was an act of suppression reeking of arrogance. They publicly burned the evidence in the streets of New York, as if to warn us that this is what happens when we try to change the status quo, that this is what happens when you try to threaten our bottom line. Because while we all know that building our own perpetual energy generator could save us tens of thousands of dollars over the course of our lives and drastically reduce damage to the environment while ridding the air of many pollutants that may well be causing the increase in cancer we're experiencing, there's little profit in it for the corporations, and losing money, it's not something they're going to readily accept. Not when companies like General Electric bring in $147 billion in revenue each year, or ExxonMobil, who has $453 billion in annual revenue. So you can understand why they may have some small interest in keeping all that blasphemous talk about free energy under wraps. With greed in their eyes, the masters of industry set out on a tactical assault so sophisticated, it would make even a five-star general's mouth drop in awe. Here's the play-by-play breakdown of how they destroyed Dr. Willhelm Reich. Step 1. Begin smear campaign. For years, Reich was respected as a leading American scientist. Then suddenly, in 1947, the same year he revealed his energy work, coordinated attacks on his credibility appeared in major publications like Harper's and the New Republic. The message was clear: discredit the man before the public ever understands his work. Step 2. Raise the false flag. Shortly after the smear articles, federal agencies were urged to investigate Reich, not for fraud, but under the claim of public safety. His energy research was reframed as a health risk, allowing authorities to monitor him closely and shut him down, while the real economic interests behind the move stayed hidden. Step 3. Surveillance and sabotage. In 1948, a recently hired assistant of Dr. Willhelm Reich suddenly disappears, taking the Orgone energy monitor prototype and a large portion of Reich's research funds with him. Reich is frantic. He investigates and discovers that none of the assistant's claims about his past, including his employment, are verifiable. The man is never heard from again. Step 4. Begin censorship. Authorities moved quickly to shut Reich down. Courts ordered his work stopped, and in 1954 demanded the seizure of all his energy devices, parts, manuals, and even books that mentioned Orgone. Step 5. Neutralization. In May 1956, Reich was convicted over a technical charge related to his device. He was sentenced to 2 years in prison, a punishment that effectively silenced him for good. While he doesn't know it yet, This might as well be a death sentence. Step 6. Destroy evidence and memories. On June 5, 1956, 2 FDA officials traveled to Dr. Reich's research facility and supervised the destruction of all energy machines. Just weeks later, in New York City, his books, journals, notes, and research were publicly burned, wiping out nearly every trace of his life's work. Step 7. Tie up the loose ends. November 3, 1957. Just 7 days before a parole hearing, in which it is widely speculated Reich will be released, William Reich is found dead in his prison cell. He is fully clothed, except for his shoes. There is no autopsy given. Time magazine runs an obituary on Dr. Reich, but the rest of the press stays silent, probably out of fear. And this would be the terrifying, tragic end to the story, with the dream of true, free, self-generated energy being lost forever, with us enslaved to the corporations for all time, continuing to be the small, tiny ants they crush at will, while literally filling their vaults with our money, bitterly paying our electricity bills each month, as we're told that demand is up, so the price has gone up too. And watching helplessly as the air around us fills with smoke, and cancer rates increase by 75% in the next 2 decades, as the Center for Disease Research has estimated they will. It should have been the end, but it's not. 2 years ago, in Topeka, Kansas, the first and perhaps only surviving blueprints for the Orgone energy motor were discovered in an attic of a man who, on his deathbed, claimed that he was Willhelm Reich's mystery assistant, the one who had disappeared in the winter of '48. And after a protracted negotiation with this man's estate and a payment to the family that was too much to disclose, although we will say it was more than 6 figures, we were able to finally get our hands on Reich's blueprints and build the legendary motor that the ruling elite thought they had forever destroyed. Now, as soon as the corporations get wind of this presentation, we will undoubtedly have our site taken down. We fully expect legal pressure, threats, and aggressive attempts to shut this information down. Persecution is a risk we're willing to take, but you do need to pay close attention to this next part, because we only have a very short amount of time to tell you what we know. First, it works beautifully. The computer we're using to write this presentation is being powered by the motor this very moment. So is our office and the homes of our staff. Second, it's easy to put together, shockingly so. All it takes are a few copper wires, a few pieces of wood, and a few other pieces that can be found at your local hardware store. Even if you struggle to screw in a light bulb, you'll be able to make the device. Third, it's cheap. You could be generating your own energy almost perpetually for less than $100. Fourth, it's scalable. Once you have the blueprints, you can quickly and easily create larger and more powerful ones. You can power your house and get off the grid 100%. You can have the energy company start paying you, sending a check in the mail each month. Is it any wonder people are going nuts about this device? A lot of people are already sharing their amazing stories with us. People like Lauren House says,
everything in here has been running for hours. Lights, tools, power, the lathe, and I haven't paid a dime. I'm 64, built it in under an hour with my grandkids. Now it keeps powering our whole house with free watts. Couldn't be easier. Everything's been running nonstop down here and upstairs. No flickers, no bills. I still can't believe it.
So, here's why you need to try the Orgone energy motor today. Quite frankly, there's never been a better time for a technology like this to emerge. With electricity prices going through the roof and peak oil just around the corner, it's only a matter of time before everyone turns to alternative energy sources. But if you think about it, you'll realize alternative energy never really was an alternative. Just try to go solar without spending 5 figures on a solar panel system. It's impossible. And then there's maintenance costs, breakouts, clouds, bird droppings, and all the stuff you just don't want to be worrying about. The Orgone energy motor, on the other hand, is extremely adaptable and will completely change the way you look at energy. It costs less than $108 to build, and you can find all the materials and spare parts at your local electronics shop. It's completely weatherproof, and it really makes no difference if it's raining or if it's too hot outside. And because you can use it during the night, you don't need expensive batteries to store your excess electricity. It's incredibly easy to build. Sure, the technology may have been cutting edge in the 30s, but these days it's definitely not rocket science. You can get your materials that used to cost thousands of dollars for a few bucks. And with our step-by-step instructions, Building your own generator is as easy as assembling and IKEA chair. There are no emissions, no fuse, no radiations. In fact, it's probably just as green as solar or wind power systems. And best of all, it generates free electricity day in and day out. So you can slash your bill by 30%, 60%, even 100%. Here's how to get the Orgone Energy Motor blueprints. You need to move fast on this one because we simply don't know for how long this website is going to stay up. The first time people heard about the Orgone Energy Motor, things turned out really bad for the inventor, and we fear it might happen once again. But still, we want to get this into as many hands as possible. Dr. Reich technology has already changed the face of the modern world, and it can do it one more time. People need to hear about this amazing device so they can break free from big energy and stop paying for electricity that should be available to everyone. At this point, the real question isn't if this works, it's what happens when you decide to use it. Because when you follow the over-the-shoulder video guides, the step-by-step instructions, the illustrated blueprints, and the materials cheat sheet I'm giving you, you'll be able to build an ultra-low maintenance, highly efficient power generator that works right alongside your existing power source. Having this system in your home can save you hundreds of dollars every single month and thousands each year, and you won't have to keep sending your hard-earned money to massive power companies that couldn't care less about your family's safety or your future. And given all of that, how much is it worth to you to literally get continuous electricity for good? So I'm not going to ask you to invest $1,000 for this secret, even though I know it's worth at least that. It won't cost you $500, as Dr. Reich envisioned it either. The whole reason we're even charging any money for this is that we're forced to fight a lengthy and expensive legal battle with big energy. Yet, the Orgone Energy Motor blueprints won't cost you $500, not even $250, though they would be worth every penny at this price. I'm going to set the price of Orgone Energy Motor at just $69. But instead of paying the normal retail price, which more than 102,000 individuals have already gladly done, if you act right now, I'll let you have the Orgone Energy Motor, including the manual, the schematics, the parts list, and all the step-by-step guides, for a single payment of only $49. And really, the price doesn't even matter. That's because you're covered by no questions asked money-back guarantee for 60 full days. Getting the blueprints for the Orgone Energy Motor is easy. Just click the big shiny inviting add to cart button that just appeared below, and you'll be taken to our secure order page. It's simple. Get the blueprints today and put them to the test. See how easy it is to make your own electricity with the Orgone Energy Motor. Watch as your power meter slows down the moment you plug your generator in, and see what it's like to slash your electric bill by 50%, 75%, or more in less than 2 short months. You have 60 days to decide whether this was a good investment or not. And if you're less than thrilled with how much you're saving on electricity, just write us a short email at the address you'll find in the members area. We'll give you an immediate refund, even if it's the 23rd hour of the 59th day. Not a day goes by that we don't receive another threat letter in our inbox. Big Energy is desperately trying to shut us down, and we don't know for how long we can keep this website going. They're so afraid they're losing you as a customer that they're pulling every trick in the book to make sure this technology never makes it into your hands. Orgone Energy Motor will help you save hundreds of dollars each month. You won't need expensive generators. And it's so portable, you can even take it with you on your trips. Instead of paying thousands of dollars on expensive generators, you can pocket the savings and spend it on more important things. And just imagine how your life will be just 2 months after making the Orgone Energy Motor. Picture this. You're coming home from work, and you notice there's a fresh envelope in the mail. It's a bill from the electric company. But as you rip it open, you notice there's something different. This time, the amount is negative. This time, the electric company is actually forced to pay you for electricity, and you're getting small checks of $20, $30, or more every month, just from keeping the Orgone Energy Motor on. Month after month, you get the same relaxed feeling that comes with not owing anyone a red cent. You're finally free and independent, no longer trapped inside a legal monopoly that's holding you at gunpoint. The Orgone Energy Motor is about something bigger and more important than money. It's about regaining your freedom and making a stand. Right now, You're at a crossroads. It's going to affect not just your bank account, but your happiness, your security, and the safety of your family for years to come. And the way I see it, 3 paths lie ahead of you. The first thing is to do like most people. Take no action, do nothing, and hope that nothing bad will happen. Let this video end, leave the site behind, and keep feeling like you're going to have a heart attack every time you open up your electric bill. Keep acting like a power Nazi around the house, constantly worrying about every last watt of power. Keep sweating your way through the summer and freezing your way through the winters, all because you want to save a few bucks. Keep contributing to the problems, gobbling up our natural resources and keeping us addicted to foreign sources of power. Of course, there's a second path, and that is to take what you've learned today and try to figure out your own system for creating real power for your home. Honestly, you can try this, but would you rather reinvent the wheel every time you leave the house? Or would you rather just climb into your car and get where you're going? It took our team a lot of time, effort, energy, and work to put together Orgone Motor, to test it, and to make sure that even non-technical folks like my brother could follow it and use it. And it's way too easy to mess this up and spent a lot of money while you're experimenting. Just buy the wrong kind of panel or forget a particular part, and you'll end up with a really fancy lawn ornament that does not generate a single watt. And if you really want to be self-sufficient and not at the mercy of big electric companies, then you should seriously consider path number 3. Let me take all the risk for you. Do what over 102,000 folks have already done. Grab your copy of the Orgone Motor, see how fun it is to start generating power for you and your family in shockingly little time. And with our generous 60-day guarantee, there's really no way you can lose. Just click the yellow Add to Cart button that you see below. You'll be brought right to our secure order page and will be able to grab your copy of the Orgone Motor, all the bonuses at a whopping discount right away. So, you need to act fast if you don't want to miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. We don't know if or when big energy will shut us down. It could happen in a month or it could happen tomorrow. Join the 102,000 thrilled families who have realized that there is a better, simpler, and a more cost-effective way to power their homes. The bottom line is, you need to get in fast while you can to get your hands on this incredible technology. Frequently asked questions. There are some questions that I keep receiving from people, and I'll try to answer a few here. 1. If Orgone Motor works so well, why aren't more people using it? There are more than 102,000 happy families already using Orgone Motor, but every serious prepper that uses it won't brag about it. For some, it's the fear factor. Most people think this is too complex to build. The fact is, Orgone Motor is easy when you have the proper blueprint. 2. How hard will this be to make? This is so simple and easy to